It's a matchup of Eastern Conference rivals tonight on Dan Kaler Court. The Coffeyville Lady Red Ravens come in with a record of 12-7 and undefeated in conference play. They'll take on Julie Raven and the Tigers. Cowley, Coffeyville, next on CSN. And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to W.S. Scott Auditorium and Cowley Sports Network at tonight's broadcast of Lady Tiger basketball. It's the Coffeyville Red Ravens coming in to match up against your Cowley Tigers here on a Saturday night in Arkansas City, Kansas. Hello, I'm Scott Gurney, Mr. Kurt Legleiter right here. And Kurt, an Eastern Conference rivalry that matches no other. These two teams have a lot of bad blood between them throughout the years, and even with new girls coming on, it just always becomes that same rivalry. You got to beat Coffeyville when they come to your place.
It's more of a territorial rival than anything. Not so much on the. It's just our close proximity, hour and a half trip between Ark City and Coffeyville. And I tell you what, it's going to be a dogfight. It always is, no matter where these two teams match up. Obviously, here at Dan Kaler Court tonight, you're going to see two players on Coffeyville, two out-of-staters, one from Louisiana, one from Chicago. They're going to be averaging double digits, about 11.5 and 10.5 respectively for them. But how about the hometown girl, Cosper, from right there in Coffeyville, averaging 20.4 points a game? Lady Tigers are going to have to account for those three on the floor tonight to have any success.
And the pressure is going to be on Julie Raven to step up. Just had 11 points the other night, as well as Hannah Alexander and Miss Greenwood. So, the Tigers got to step up. They did score 76 against Allen County, held them to 45 points only. But I think Julie Raven's got to be our difference tonight. She's got to step up and hit some big shots.
She sure does. And, when you can never compare one team to another team. But real quick there before we wrap this up, you'd think of KCK. They went down to Coffeyville this past Wednesday night and took one on the chin to Coffeyville. Of course, KCK handed to us by 20. Was it possibly KCK played the game of their lives? We didn't play very well up there. Or did Coffeyville play the game of their lives, I should say, last Wednesday? I don't know. We're going to find out here in a little bit right here on Dan Kaler Court.
We're 40 ticks away. Coming up next, it's the Red Ravens from Coffeyville taking on your Tigers right here on the Cowley Sports Network. Man, we're getting good at that. Attaboy, Henry.
Awesome. Oh.
Cool. And welcome back inside W.S. Scott Auditorium for a night of Cowley Tiger basketball. It's the Red Ravens at Coffeyville taking on your Cowley Tigers here tonight at W.S. Scott Auditorium. Kurt, I think you've got a special presentation.
Absolutely. Our game day sponsor today is Big Brothers Big Sisters of Cowley County. Big Brothers Big Sisters is one of the oldest and largest youth mentoring organizations in the U.S. Big Brothers Big Sisters mentors children of all ages in communities across the country, providing children facing adversity with strong and enduring professionality, supported one-to-one relationships that change their lives for the better. For more information on how you can get involved, contact your local Big Brothers and Big Sisters chapter now, or visit them online at bbbs.org. And nice showing from Big Brothers Big Sisters of Cowley County in the house here tonight. Good to have them here with us.
I'm Scott Gurney, Kurt Legladder. Just reading that message. And Kurt, a matchup of rivals in the Eastern Conference, and Coffeyville comes in with a record of 2-0, and the Tigers with a 1-1 record, looking to even them up here.
Yeah, they sure. 12-7 overall is Coffeyville. Of course, we got to see them back. They came over here for our Cowley Classic in November, so got to see them play. Didn't play us, obviously. We played some other teams, but they defeated Fort Scott 71-56, and then obviously KCK as well, 71-56. Kind of ironic, both those scores, to get to 2-0 in the East. But Lady Tigers, they've got some scorers on the team that they're going to have to attest to. We've talked about that already here in the pregame. And then Cosper obviously averaging 20-plus a game, 20.4. And she also, another thing to think about, she's almost 4 steals a game for Cosper. So a couple of things to keep an eye on for Coffeyville tonight. Of course, your Lady Tigers going to have a little bit of a lineup change. We'll talk about that. Some interesting things have gone on injury-wise for the Lady Tigers. So a little bit of a mix-up in the starting lineup, trying to come up with a different combination. So we'll talk about that as we go on throughout the night here tonight. Starting lineups are just about to be introduced, and we'll get right to that here. Your Lady Tigers. Your Lady Tigers starting lineup is, we talked about being changed up a little bit. Of course, Julie Raven still in the starting lineup, 5'9" sophomore from Denmark. Julie's averaging 14.7 a game. Margot Malabry gets the start today, a 5'8" sophomore from France. Margot's been pouring it on, and I'll tell you what, she's a proven scorer. I say a proven. She's proved over the last 3 or 4 games that she can score the ball. So Margot Malabry gets the start. Hannah Alexander, of course, still in the starting lineup, 5'11" freshman from Farmington, Minnesota, 14.3 points a game for Hannah, as well as almost 7 rebounds a game. Maddie Greenwood from Derby, Kansas gets the start, 5'8" freshman from Derby. Maddie again, and she's been that spark off the bench in terms of scoring, but she gets the start today. And then finally the 6'3" sophomore down low from Lawrence, Kansas. That's Courtney Hogue, almost 5 points a game and about 4 rebounds a game for Courtney. Lady Tigers going a little bit different. Coach Clark, look at him here in his 11th season. In his 11th season, obviously you can see they're looking for his 250th win tonight, Scott, here against Coffeyville. Couldn't come against a better opponent if that can happen, but he's going to switch it up a little bit lineup-wise and see what he can put on the floor tonight, come up with the right combination to deal with Coffeyville's scoring ability, really.
And that's a big part of it. Can you slow them down? They average 66 a night and only allow 56, so not a big span there as far as scoring-wise goes. But
yeah.
Tell you what, Julie Raven, we put it on her tonight. She's got to step up. It's got to be a big night for Julie.
Yeah, and maybe now, we'll talk about Mackenzie Vining is out of uniform, will not play tonight. She's got something wrong in the back. We'll leave it at that for now. Something wrong in the back, a little soreness, stiffness. We're going to find out later this week the severity of that, but she will not play tonight. So a little bit different look here for the Lady Tigers. And, of course, Devin Branch still suffering from that Achilles injury. And then Cayman Smith also still injured and out of uniform, I guess. Not even suited up, obviously, still again tonight. And
the shoulder injury.
Yeah, shoulder injury from her, so haven't seen her in uniform for quite a while. So Lady Tigers are going to have to do some magic here from Coach Clark. And, again, come with the nice thing about it, we say a different starting 5. These 5 have probably, I couldn't tell you exactly how many, but they've played together because he's rotated in, a 10-player rotation, if not even 11 or 12-player rotation. So this is nothing new. It's just when you got that S behind you as a starter, it's a little different.
Definitely does, and looks like Cosper's going to jump it off against Hogue, and Cosper's going to come away with a tip, and Coffeyville were started off. Of course, Randy Nittler joining us here in the broadcast booth. Randy, you've been around these rivalry games for a couple of years now. It doesn't get any bigger than this one, does it?
It's the biggest one we get, right?
Definitely the biggest one we get. That one tipped out of bounds. It'll be Cowley basketball. You started watching games around here about when? 1984. Of course, married to Deb, and she's been involved in the coaching staff as well as teaching here for a long time. Competed here at Cowley. Check out right off the bat, Maddie Greenwood gets the call down in the corner and lands that one. And again, for long as you can remember back, it's always been Cowley Coffeyville, hasn't it? Hang with us. We're going to get Randy mic'd up. You can get a little more of what he's having to say here. Curtis again, a shot passed underneath the Carranza, and she scores. Let me sneak that one through. Test one. There we go. We'll get Randy mic'd up. Here we go. Come on, Randy. Help us out right here. You know, rivalry night is always huge. Courtney Hogue goes in. Banks one off. It won't go in. Ricochets off and coming along. Off with it was Keplocks. Randy, these two teams, you know, Cowley Coffeyville have battled since early on in both these programs' history, and it seems like it's just been nothing but a battle ever since.
You can see the fight with everybody. Just look at the crowd. It's going crazy already.
Margot shot in the corner. It's no good. Rebound comes off to
Martha.
Well, Curtis, I believe, got the rebound on it, but Curtis's first name escapes me there. It's say Calitria or something like that. I'm going to guess, and a foul going to be called. Going to the free throw line is going to be Curtis. Foul on Courtney Hogue, her first.
Yeah, that's been the problem with Courtney in her game of just not being able to stay on the floor long enough, getting into some foul trouble and picking up an early one here about a minute and a half in.
Well, Kurt, you've been involved in videotaping this rivalry for 20-plus years, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
And again, I mean, it comes down to when you finish the season and you look back at your record, if it's fantastic, you look back and say, okay, but did we beat Coffeyville?
It's not even close in comparison, but it's similar like to in baseball, you know, the Red Sox and the Yankees. It's that same thing. How did you do against your rival? And you know, when we last year got to play Butler, is the same way, playing Butler County.
Courtney Hogue from the free throw line. Still cannot find the range. That one rattles off the rim, no good. Here comes Camartha. She passes it inside to Curtis, tries to go up with it, passes it through. Keplock's shot is up and good. This team can flat out shoot, averaging 43.9% from the field.
Well, and Keplock's one of those players shooting above 40% herself from the floor. As we see, Tigers going right. One thing I like about the Tigers, Scott, scoring inside the paint. They are looking strong down low.
Timeout called by Coach Washburn. She's going to take a 30-second timeout. Let's take one as well. We'll be right back. 8-5, Coffeyville. Stay on there. Just got to eat it.
I saw this stuff back here. I went down to Ponca today. My brother's looking for a place down on Cobb. And all of a sudden, we saw right next to the lake. I mean, there was about 50 cameras like that. I guess it's National Eagle Day or something like that. And they were all looking for eagle. And there was one up in the tree right next to the lake.
Huh.
So they were doing crazy down there.
Yep.
There was another place that had about 40 horse trailers. And we realized they were doing horses because they looked for eagles and stuff.
And welcome back to the Cowley Sports Network. Coffeyville's going to inbound the ball far into the court. Tigers just scoring there, and like you said, going inside to score.
Yeah. Tigers getting one there from Courtney Hogue. Of course, the deep three from Maddie there to start the game off. Got to come up with the stop.
Near steal right there, a drive in for the layup. Wow, athletic move by Camartha.
Camartha, a 5'8" freshman from Chicago, averaging almost 12 a game, but that was a smooth drive from her.
Coach Clark talked about maybe or maybe not going with the full court pressure right off the bat. He didn't, and then he just showed it right there.
Showed it there, but you can see the speed that he was referring to when talking to us before the game. So they've got some quick guards, get it up down the floor. Looks like they handle the ball, at least. Obviously, Camartha looked really smooth on that drive.
Margot Malabry with the basketball. Off to Maddie. Here comes Sarah in the paint. Or Hannah, I'm sorry, and a charge foul. Ouch.
And sometimes when Hannah putting the shoulder down, she's not really doing it, but boy, you could tell she was going to go to the rim and score right there. Sometimes she gets her body language sells the charge more than actually what the charge was. Of course, that was a long ways away from us where we make the call from, but I don't know. I'd like to see her get by with a few of those, actually.
It'd be kind of nice. It's going to have to happen tonight for the Tigers to come away with the win here. Pull up jumper, Cosper. No, she'll pass it inside. Scoring on the basketball. With the basketball is Curtis.
Great movement of the ball by Coffeyville. It's impressive.
Looks like Bailey Flores is going to get set to come in. Pull up jumper inside the paint. Again, off the mark by Courtney Hogue. 1 of 4 now. Shooting. Keplocks with a pull up jumper. Over the top, no good. Here comes Hannah Alexander. She'll slow it up. Courtney Hogue wide open underneath the rim. Coming in, she's got it now. Little shot from the baseline's up and good.
Well, like you said it, 5 looks down low for Courtney Hogue. She's 2 of 5. Obviously got the 4 points now. But Tigers just need to keep pounding down low, but we got to finish it. Got to make the shot when you get the great execution down there to get the ball in deep.
Randy, when you look at this ball club, what do you see the biggest differences this year with this group than you've seen in the years past?
Well, I don't know, but I can tell you this game right now, I'll tell you what, they're coming with an intensity right off the bat. There is no trying to fill them out. They're going right after each other.
That they are. Cosper scores her first 2-point bucket of the night, averaging 20.4 per contest. Hannah Alexander, pull-up jumper. It's off the mark, no good. 4 Red Ravens underneath the basket for the rebound.
Again, Tigers got the ball in deep, but could not finish it down low. We finish at least 50%. We'd have down low. We'd have the at least the game tied up.
Inside pass, shot up no good by Carranza. Rebounded to Coffeyville, and she scores.
Working hard on the glass is Coffeyville.
Timeout called by Coach Clark this time. We'll stay right here. A 16-7 lead for Coffeyville, and like you said, Randy, coming out not pulling any punches, just going right at it.
Yeah, both teams really just slugging away at each other.
Cowley's got a couple injuries, so Todd's having to change lineup a little bit, lower the rotation, but they're going hard.
But it's a team that has played together a lot of minutes by all the girls, really, when you look at total numbers. They're all experienced in what Coach Clark wants done and just got to get the job done. You just got to have a few shots fall their way right now.
Well, something to think about. We just saw Julie Raven there on the screen. Hadn't taken a shot yet.
Yep.
Haven't taken a shot yet, but that may change here. We'll see.
We'll watch defensively to see what the Red Ravens do against number 4. Margot's got it in the corner. Double team, pass inside to Flora. Off the bottom of the rim, or backboard, no good. Quickly ahead to Camartha. Her shot off the rim and good. Coffeyville right now hitting on all cylinders.
Sure enough, fast break, beating us down the floor, out hustling us on the floor.
Raven had a look from 3, decided not to shoot it. And then a foul.
Janelle Camartha is going to pick it up. Janelle, the 5'8" freshman from Chicago. She's got 6 of their 18 does Camartha.
Again, Alexander will pull the trigger. That's no good. Flora tried to tip it away, couldn't get her done. There we go, right back down the court. Camartha into the paint, rolls it across the rim. Good. Can you believe that?
Well, athletic ability on the floor. Camartha's expressing it right now. 8 points for her, and they've all come inside the paint on a drive.
When it rolls your way, it rolls your way. Tigers got to find a way to stop it. Here goes Margot for 3, and she got it. That's going to have to happen a lot more tonight.
Yeah, Margot did that at Allen County on Wednesday. Probably one of the reasons why she earned the starting spot tonight.
Lob pass to the open spot. Carranza's shot up, bounces off. Looks like she went over the back for the rebound, but may have been Hannah Alexander over her back, and it was.
Player climbing over the top of another player. Unfortunately, Hannah's going to pick up her second. That's going to bring her out of the game.
Here comes Riley McCartney in the ball game for Cowley.
Maybe Riley can be that spark, as you remember over at Allen County. She was lighting it up from the perimeter.
Pass inside to Cosper. She's not going to score, but she'll go to the free throw line for a couple. That foul on Bailey Flora. Just her first, but fouls mounting up for the Tigers, Kurt. 4-1.
They sure are 4. Of course, talked about it a minute ago. Hannah already out with those 2.
Cosper scoring that one. It's just a 61% free throw shooter, which is really kind of surprising for a lady that scores that often. Second one on the way. Good as well. She's got 4. No pressure put on by Coffeyville in the backcourt. Of course, leading by 12. Would you really want to force it? Raven, back up top, Ulrich. Back to Raven, open for 3 in the corner, no. Tipped away. Curtis with it. She settles things down. Camartha, no. Stolen on the way up. McCartney with the basketball. They get it ahead to Ulrich, and here we go. McCartney will shoot the 3 ball. That one comes off no good. Right there to rebound it was Margot. Now Ulrich, just a 2, but it's good.
Nice rotation of the ball by the Tigers after the rebound. Got one extra pass to Erica, wide open deep in the far corner, and she's got her first 2 of the night.
Randy Coach Clark putting on a full court press right off the bat. But so far, Coffeyville been able to snap it.
Yeah, Coffeyville's beating us to the hole.
And they sure are off the dribble, off the full court press. They're getting behind us and getting to the rim. That time drawing the second foul now on Bailey Flores. So 2 Lady Tigers with 2 fouls apiece.
Carranza at the free throw line. Jade Carranza from Wichita, Kansas. 5'10" freshman.
You look at this drive here in the corner. Kiplock's one of those players that, she scores almost double digits, rebounds almost double digits for this team, 9.8, 6.8. Dishes out about 2.5 assists a game. Just a good all-around player, foreign player from Australia, Melbourne.
And she was sick before the game is what Lance Allred told me. To the outside. Number 2, Briley New for 3. No, but right there for the pick, pardon me. It was Dejanay Pope.
Lady Tigers just unable to find the range. They're getting open looks on the perimeter. Just nothing going down for them.
Coffeyville so far has kind of stayed off of that, allowing them to shoot.
But we're not making them. I guess you do that. But like Randy said, Scott, they're continually just pounding it down low, taking it into the rack, drawing fouls, this time on Dejanay. More free throws. Boy, we saw that on Wednesday, did we not?
That we did. Chantel Smith to the free throw line. Hits the first as a team, shooting just 61.7%. Tigers shooting 70, but haven't been able to get there yet.
Tell you what, that 61.7 is climbing with every shot they take, though, because they haven't missed.
Haven't missed one yet. Briley New sets it for the Tigers, looking inside to Pope. She'll drive into the lane, and that one rattles off, no good, but she gets her own rebound. Nice work by Dejanay. Boy, she is an Energizer bunny.
How about the quick step by Dejanay?
Stolen away. Long drive. In for the layup is Cosper.
Just 4 for Cosper. Again, she's the player that averages 20.4 a game. That was her easiest 2 of the night right there.
That ball squirts out of the hands of Ulrich. May have been tipped away. Carranza is going to go to the hard to the floor.
And pick the foul up as Carranza. Coach Emily Washburn right in front. The foul was called right in front of her bench.
Called on Erica Ulrich, 35. Wow.
Well, that probably was the right call as Erica went in. Oh, yeah, Erica wiped her out. Definitely was on Erica. We're in the 1-1. We talked about this over down in Cowley. 12 minutes to go here in the first half. Coffeyville already in the 1-1.
28-12, Coffeyville. Red Ravens coming out and making a statement right away, Randy.
Yep, and we're not very big out there right now. We're going to have to scrap for everything.
Carranza now 3 of 3 from the free throw line, 5 points. Full house in here tonight. Probably the biggest crowd we've seen so far. As well it should be. Second one is good as well. Now 4 of 4 is Carranza.
8 points for the 5'10" freshman.
There's where I got off. Maddie Greenwood pushes it up for the Tigers. Well, I'll tell you what, Tigers got 2 players set in the corners. Julie Raven and Briley New ready to shoot, and a foul called on the penetration.
Yeah, spreading that Coffeyville defense out, thinning it out in the lane. Margot just turned right along the top of the key and ducked right down the lane and drew a foul. Got the foul on number 11, Smith.
Julie Raven with a step back shot for 2, and it's good.
Boy, the Tigers have had 2 shots down in that corner. Erica had 1, and now Julie did 2. About another 6-8 inches back, and we get an extra point out of the deal.
Here's a steal. Maddie Greenwood bounces it ahead to Dejanay Pope. Out to Malabry for 3, and she hit it.
I tell you what, Margot made the comment that she's proved herself as a scorer, and she's stepping right in here tonight and doing it once again.
Another turnover. Tigers have got it now. Dejanay Pope. She'll spin around and kick it off to Margot. Great effort there by the Tigers. Raven from the corner for the triple. No good. Yes, it is. It bounced off the backboard, spun back in.
Oh, wow, what a run here by the Tigers. They've taken 2 turnovers and turned it into 6 points.
Coffeyville will step it out. Essence Brown with the basketball into the corner. Drive and a double dribble. Another turnover. Travel on Coffeyville, and they turn it back over to the Tigers. Tigers now just down by 10.
3 turnovers. Can they make it 3 for 3 and turn this into some points as well? Obviously down by.
Right now, this smaller lineup paying off. They're all over the place. Coffeyville can't handle the pressure.
That's exactly right. And then when we're making shots, you don't really need the rebounding down low. So paying off here for Coach Clark right now.
Out to Margot for 3 again, and she nailed it.
Wow. It's infectious. Lady Tigers are feeding off of each other, and like Randy said, starting on the defensive end.
It definitely starts on the defensive end. Skip pass across to Cosper. Now back in the paint. Loose basketball. Tigers have got it back. And
Another
again, has something to do with Maddie Greenwood being on the floor. She's been in the right place at the right time a number of times. Can the Tigers keep connecting? Drive in. Margot shot, no. Here comes Camartha down the court. She'll look to drive in the paint, passes it off and throws it away. Another empty possession, the 5th in a row. Tigers got to capitalize.
Well, how about the point swing by the Tigers? Got it back to down by just 7. Coach Clark prancing the sidelines, if you will. That's his usual position right there at the end of the bench, at the front of the bench, I should say. Tell you what, so far he's got his Lady Tiger team turning up the pressure with every possession, and they're starting to make some shots, and that's, again, starting to show on the scoreboard.
Down by 7, under 10 to play. Media timeout nearby. Margot tries to go to the rim, forgets the basketball, then bounces it off the foot of Camartha, and that'll be a media timeout spot right there. We'll take it in a minute and a half. 9:46 left to play here in the first half. Tigers down by 7. We'll be back.
I don't know what I'm repeating what Kurt's saying.
No, you're not. 9-0, okay, thank you. All right, thank you. What, they just need to start making shots. Zachary says they're on a 9-0 run over the last 5 minutes. You can tweet it if you want. Okay.
I was playing games on that. What are you doing?
Okay. Yeah, awesome. Awesome. And again, you said 9-0 over the last 5, right? Thank you.
That's the difference right there.
And welcome back to the Cowley Sports Network. We're going to watch this shot from Julie Raven from the corner. Ball set her feet, spins off the rim, the backboard and right in.
And that's called the hometown or the home court shooter's roll there from Julie Raven. How many shots has she attempted from deep in that corner down on that end? And boy, that time she got the nice friendly bouncer. Tigers got on a 9-0 run over the last 5 minutes. Of course, key to that has been 5 straight turnovers from Coffeyville. And they've been able to turn 3 of those possessions into those 9 points.
Tigers come out small out of the timeout. Greenwood to Malabry. Her shot for 3. It's good again.
How about Margot with 12 points? Margot, look it up here. She's 4 of 5 from beyond the arc.
And another turnover by the Lady Red Ravens. Tigers can get within 1 with a 3 here.
With Coffeyville imploding right upon themselves. Lady Tigers at the media time, it was 5 of 10 from beyond the arc. Now they're 6 of 11.
Well, look at the free throws on the top scorecard for the Lady Red Ravens. 10 of 10 from the free throw line.
And no attempts from beyond the arc for Coffeyville. 0 for 0.
I think they're content to keep moving the ball inside and See what they adjust here. Comes Greenwood in the paint. Not there. Put back up by Pope's no good.
Boy, Dejanay in the right spot, just couldn't find the right spot on the glass. Took it a follow shot from the backside.
Camartha. Pass to the outside. They'll look inside for Carranza. Not there. Now to the near side. Picked up by Margot. Margot with an open look at the rim on the right side. Goes all the way in and is fouled.
Good job there by Margot. Defensively down here to step in front of that pass. Cross-court pass. Timed it beautifully. Tell you what, look at that leap. Athleticism there from Margot Malabry from France. Timed it perfectly and then just got eaten up down here by Camartha. Wiped her out pretty good. No shots, though. It was on the floor.
Yep. Well, only 3 team fouls for Coffeyville right now. Lob pass out to Greenwood. Raver being pressured all the way outside, comes in, pulls up at the free throw line, shoots and scores.
Julie Raven just putting the ball on the floor, getting by the double team. They were trying to apply it to her out on the perimeter. She just dribbled right by it and had a wide open shot inside the free throw line. Nice look from Julie.
Tigers within 2. Keplocks gets it down to the baseline. Smith can't do anything with it, passes it in. There's the first score in quite some time. Let me look here. Let's see, we're at 8:30. 12-2 run. In the last few minutes, Malabry is going to score again as Margot gets the ball on the inside.
I tell you what, Margot in the starting lineup. Coach Clark is looking like gold right now. That was a beautiful call.
Wide open underneath. It's Carranza again as she scores. I've got her for 12.
That's where I'm at. It's the Carranza and Malabry show so far here in the first half.
Greenwood drives in and gets fouled in the lane. Let's see who they get for.
It'll either be on 30 or 24. They say got it on 30, which is Essence Brown. I tell you what, Maddie Greenwood just doing what she does. Saw a little seam between the 2 defenders, made a shot for it, and they just reached out to try and stop her, didn't move their feet. And Essence Brown picked up the first foul, her first foul, 4th team foul.
Athleticism on the floor for the Tigers. Amber Moore gets in the game. Her shot's no good. But a good look from inside, but it just collapsed. The defense collapsed down on her. And a timeout call.
I don't know if it's a 30-second timeout or a injury, hair.
Must be a hair thing.
Equipment timeout, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, that's Carranza for Coffeyville, excuse me, I think, is going to get subbed out. Maybe it's her glasses strap. That's what it is. She wears glasses, and strap must have broke on her.
It's amazing how patient both of these coaches have been with both these runs. They've let them go, and they know it's going to be a battle till the end, and they're not panicking.
Well, I think it's that old phrase, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. They're thinking the whole game through.
Live pass in the paint, turn around to steal, thrown back in by McCartney underneath Coffeyville's basket, and they score.
Tried to save it. I think our players gave up, not thinking Coffeyville had it. I keep saying KCK, excuse me, but freebie there for Coffeyville.
Keplocks with a 2-point bucket underneath. Back up to a 6-point advantage for Coffeyville. Moore dishes it off. Malabry with the basketball. Down the paint, kicks it through to number 2, Briley New. Here comes Amber Moore. She's trapped down the baseline. Got to get rid of it. 3, 2, 1. That one's going out of bounds, and a shot clock violation against the Tigers.
Yes, could never work a good look at the rim that time, Scott. And that's only the 2nd turnover I've got for the Lady Tigers here in the first half. So they've done a pretty good job of taking care of the ball.
Give credit to the Coffeyville defense on that one. A lot of pressure on the baseline. Tigers again back in that full court pressure. Nobody guarding the basketball though. That ball thrown away. Erica Ulrich has got it. To Raven. Boy, couldn't wrangle that one in quick enough to get a shot.
I think if she'd have caught the ball cleanly, she probably would have released it.
Margot with a handoff. Ooh, little elbow body action, and now we're going to get a push foul. That one's going on 11. Chantelli Smith.
I tell you, Margot scoring 14 points. That's probably the treatment she's going to get the remainder of the game right there.
More than likely. And then we're going to get another foul. Who are they going to get this one on?
Kiplocks, possibly.
Yep.
Like a block. Maybe she was fighting through the screen. I missed it. Kiplock here. You get a good look at her. A 5'11 sophomore from Melbourne, Australia. Just committed her first. No free throws yet, just the 6th team foul.
Cowley crowd's getting in on this, getting on the Coffeyville coach, telling her to stay in the coach's box.
Cowley crazies getting up.
Out to Julie Raven now for Cowley. Pass inside to McCartney, right back out to New. Her shot for 3, a little long. Margot had the backside rebound and lost it. Here comes Smith. Passes it off to Curtis and a travel.
Good defense here by the Tigers. Riley McCartney, no, actually it was Briley New, hustling back, getting her feet set in front of the ball, and that time forced Curtis to kind of shuffle step, force the travel. Another turnover. I've got him for 10. Coffeyville, just 2 for your Lady Tigers.
Well, they average 16 and about 16 and a half a game. Substitutions coming in. Ashante Smith's going to come in the ball game. See her first action.
5'4" freshman. Little thing out there. See what kind of wheels she's got underneath her.
Out to Julie Raven, double teamed in the corner. McCartney, Ulrich, Malabry for 3, not there. Tipped away, McCartney's got it, saves the possession for the Tigers.
Oh, wow. Good work on the glass by Riley.
Right back inside to McCartney they go. Tipped away by Ketlocks.
Riley had a wide open look. Maybe coming to the ball just a little bit more, and that forces that defender to have to reach around you to get the ball, get it tipped away, and probably get a foul.
Margot in the paint. Loses the basketball, and now a charge foul late. Ooh. I don't know about that one, sports fans.
I don't think the contact equaled the amount of flop that there was there, but nonetheless, first foul on Margot, another turnover for the Tigers.
6 minutes left to go here in the first half with a 6-point deficit for the Tigers. Smith in the lane, no good. Ulrich comes in, swoops away with a defensive rebound.
Erica did pull that one down hard.
Malabry, the skip pass. Raven, had the 3 there, but Smith closes in on it. Tigers moving the ball pretty quickly around the perimeter here. 9 on the shot clock. And a turnover given to the Ravens, and Malabry is not happy with the call. Disagrees.
And not only does he think maybe she knocked, the knee was definitely stuck out there from Chantel Smith. You can see that on the replay right there. Should have been a foul on her.
There's another loose basketball picked up by Cowley. Malabry's got it. She'll go all the way to the rim. Layup right side. Good.
Well, I tell you what, all Margot has needed, so it's just this opportunity to prove herself on the floor, and she's gotten that in the last few games, and it's just paying off. She's making the most of those opportunities.
Quick pass ahead, a double dribble, and I think they did get it called.
Yep. Official on the far side. I think even near side had it. Another turnover. That's 12 now for Coffeyville. I'll tell you what, they're struggling. It's infectious for them. The turnovers are. They can't get away from it now.
But they still have the lead.
Yeah, they do.
With just under 5 to play. Rainey, I think the biggest thing for me with this group is the competitive nature and a great look pass inside to McCartney.
Cowley got down that far, and they've shown no fear.
Yeah, exactly.
They just turned it up a notch and said, you still got to play, folks.
Inside, Smith dribbles, scoop shot, no good. Rebound, Tigers are going to have it. McCartney will come away with it. Head to Margot. 3, no good.
Nice block it there by Chantel Smith. Had Riley McCartney sealed off.
Timeout called by Coach Emily Washburn. Full 30 or 60-second timeout. Let's take it with 4:17 to go right here on the Cowley Sports Network.
Wow.
Yep.
Doing this with kids that don't hardly play much.
What's that?
This runs where the kids don't hardly play
exactly.
much.
Exactly. Well, they have, but they haven't contributed. Yeah. But they are now.
Yeah. But I mean, a lot of them, it's a couple minutes and bang, we're back at it.
Right.
I mean, they've been extended minutes.
Right.
Welcome back to the Cowley Sports Network. Great crowd in W.S. Scott Auditorium tonight to watch the Tigers take on the Red Ravens. A 2-point advantage by Coffeyville. And at one time, Kurt, I think the biggest lead of the night, 18 points by Coffeyville, 30-12.
Yeah, and that occurred in that first half of the first half. We don't have a time when that occurred, but like you said, it was at 30-12. So I'm going to say about 5-6 minutes into the game, that's probably about where it was, because Coffeyville came out and they were doing everything right. And the Lady Tigers, they were getting the ball down low at the start of the game. They just couldn't finish. They couldn't score down low. Now some shots are starting to go down for the Tigers. Getting some inside play. We've been playing through the post, and more importantly, now we've got some shots falling from the perimeter. And obviously Margot Malabry getting the start today, got 16 points. And leading the way for all scorers in the ball game. Next leading scorer is Carranza. She's been the spark for the Coffeyville Red Ravens. She's got a dozen.
Cosper now with the basketball. Red Ravens get it across half court, going to the offense. Carranza shot up, blocked by McCartney, but a foul is going to be whistled on her as well.
Carranza would have been close to 3 seconds. She was in the lane for quite a while. Didn't get the call. Got the foul, unfortunately, on Riley.
Riley always contributing big when she comes into the ball game. Doesn't have that 6'2" frame, but boy, she sure plays like it.
Sure does. Get a replay here of that last play. Ooh. That was a pretty good defensive play from Riley. Just didn't get a very good call.
Carranza again scores from the free throw line. Now 6 of 6. I've got her for
That's 14. Yep.
Tigers back on the offensive. Pass into Riley, and I think it was more to Greenwood than it was anything, but Malabry, she'll pull up, shoot the triple. It's no good. Rebound inside to McCartney. That's tipped out of bounds. They're going to say it's off of Coffeyville, off of Chantel Smith.
Yeah, Riley McCartney just didn't give up on that ball and was able to just get a little tip of it out of Chantel's hands, Chantel Smith, and she reached for it to try and save it and went out of bounds. Tigers catch a break.
That's going to be a furious pace all night long. Back into McCartney. Ulrich. Long shot by Maddie Greenwood, no good. And again, Julie shoots the 3 ball. It's no good. And again, Riley McCartney saves the possession for the Tigers.
She's everywhere.
There's a hip check on Chantel Smith. She'll pick up her second foul of the night.
Eric Ulrich is going to be the first Lady Tiger, I believe. Yep, first Lady Tiger to step to the free throw line. As we're finally in the 1-and-1. 3:26 to go here before halftime.
62% is Erica Ulrich from the free throw line. See what she can do here. Curtis comes back in the ball game for Coffeyville. Ulrich's first opportunity from the stripe. Good as she clanks that one in for her 3rd point in the ball game. When we talk about Julie Raven having a big night, sure would be nice to get 10 out of Ulrich.
Ellen, she's very capable, especially with the style of game that Coffeyville's playing. I think it plays right into her suit, if you will, allowing her to put the ball on the floor and do something with it.
Plus an opportunity to pull down plenty of rebounds. Cosper brings it up all the way in. Throws it to the near side. A 3 on the way. No good. Backside rebound. McCartney. That's got to be, what, her 4th or 5th?
I got her for 5 rebounds. I think that's the first 3 attempted from Coffeyville tonight.
I believe you're right. McCartney into Greenwood. Down the baseline to Margot. They'll flip it out to Raven for the 3. Got it.
How about the one extra pass there from the Lady Tigers?
How many times tonight have we turned down a good shot for a better shot?
You're exactly right. You are exactly right.
Cosper comes in, lob pass inside, sails over the top of Curtis's head and out of bounds.
Nice job by the Tigers. You know, they're not doing extra things on defense. They're just being tough on the ball and forced them to make a tough pass, and they're not doing it. That is, Coffeyville's not doing that very well right now.
Essence Brown into the ball game for Coffeyville. Maddie Greenwood brings it up the court. Coach Clark sticking with this lineup, which has been pretty solid. Kind of the run kind of started with these 5 ladies, and Briley New as well. So, hey, if it works, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Should be the first foul, I think, on Cosper there. May have been a little push off. We'll maybe get a look at it here. No, there's that one extra pass that Randy was talking about. Margot had the open look, but Julie was even more open.
Raven can't complete the front end of the 1-and-1. Oh, I think that was tipped out on a red shirt.
Carranza was on the
I
inside.
think maybe it was a foul or an out of bounds, and they give them the ball.
39-38. Sorry about that, folks. The Tigers take their first lead in the ball game here.
That last three. Yeah, that last three from Julie gave them the lead.
Tigers looking to take that lead into the locker room at half. Big momentum swing. Carranza loses the basketball but runs it down. Up top to Brown. Brown tries to penetrate, nothing there. Pass inside or shot inside, it's no good. And again, McCartney with another rebound.
Tremendous defense though by the Tigers. Tremendous D.
She's being an animal inside there.
Yep.
She is not letting anything hit the floor. She had a shot and even turned that down.
Well, again, like you said, passing up a good shot for a better one. Here comes Greenwood from the corner, no good. That one off the mark, and Curtis right there for the backside rebound. Quick lob pass to Brown, but nobody in the paint like there was earlier in the ball game. Maybe a battle of who's in better shape for this one, Kurt.
It could be, or who has the deeper bench. I'd have to give it maybe to the Tigers, but we have some injuries.
Keplox passes it through the lane, a shot up, but no good. Foul was called.
Curtis got the pass down low right in front of the rim. Margot is going to pick up her second foul of the game. Of course, Margot has those 16 points with 1:20 left to go. Yep, Coach Clark gets Briley New up off the bench and want her to pick up that third foul here.
Sophomore with a lot of experience coming into the ball game. The first missed free throw for Coffeyville tonight.
Nobody's perfect.
Coffeyville's been pretty close from the line, though. Pretty close.
Curtis for her fourth shot of the night from the free throw line, hits it. She's got 5. Tie ball game with 1:17 to go. Greenwood finds New in the corner. She'll go baseline, drives through. Greenwood steps back for a 3. Off the mark, no good. Ulrich, can she bring it down? No. Pass ahead to Curtis. Underneath the basket to Brown, and in transition, the Lady Red Ravens move ahead.
That was the first time, though, Coffeyville was able to get behind us in quite a while since early on in the ball game. Tigers have been able to shut that down.
Greenwood looks to penetrate. Not there. That ball tipped away. Tipped down court. Can the Tigers run it down? Greenwood does, but then she's going to get fouled. And Carranza is going to get called for the whistle.
Coffeyville may have been expecting Maddie Greenwood to snatch the ball and turn to go the other direction, but she was kind of like in hockey, continuing going the wrong direction, I guess, if you will, to try and clear the ball.
Carranza will pick up her first foul of the ball game. Out seeing Greenwood to the free throw line, a 75% free throw shooter.
Need a couple of free throws right here to tie this game up. Tigers will no doubt get the ball again.
Greenwood is positive start to that one. She'll get another opportunity here. And it's good as well. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Tie ball game with 36 seconds to go.
Get back.
Tigers got to get back on defense. Keplox drives. Boy, McCartney with a huge block right there, and then she'll rip the ball away. A jump ball. Who's got possession? Cowley's got it.
Great. Another tremendous defensive stand by that time by the Tigers. And how about Riley McCartney down low? Got the block, got the tip, tied the ball up. I tell you what, Riley McCartney from Frontenac, Kansas, has proved herself here today in this first half.
Yeah, her and Margot both have really been a positive influence on this group of young ladies. Greenwood to New. Back outside to McCartney. 8 seconds to go in the half. Ulrich makes a move, kicks it to McCartney. 4. Raven for 3. That one hard off the backboard, no good. Going to sail out of bounds, and that'll do it. We're going to go into the locker room all knotted up at 41. What a great half by both squads. Tigers, I think, with the momentum coming out of the locker room in half. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back with our thoughts on the first half. Some stats coming up here in just a few minutes. Folks, don't go away.
Wow. What a half of basketball. Goodness sakes.
29-11 since that one spot.
29, okay, I like that.
I think at 30-12.
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
That's probably not quite right. It's close.
No, it was 30-12. You're right. 29. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
29-11. I don't know when that was, but that had to be in between 5 and 10 minutes. So I haven't got him yet. Scott's about right back on. I can give them to you whenever you want them. I do have stat sheets, so whenever you want them. Yep.
Points off turnovers, 22-6.
Okay. Percentage only, you want the numbers. 14 of 25. 14 of 25 for 56. 56, I'm sorry, 14 of 25 for 56, I'm sorry. 15 of 40. And let's call that 38. And 15 of 40 for Cowley, and that's 38%. O of 1 for Coffeyville. Obviously, that's 0%. 7 of 19. 37%. Free throw, 13 of 14. 93. Four of 5 for Cowley. 4 of 5 for 80%. $23, 14 for us. 6 and 12. 14 and 5.
Yeah.
I'm surprised we had that many. They were all the first 5 or 6 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm going to condense that.
You just roll right into it.
Yeah, I will.
We had 5 at the 10-minute mark.
And welcome back to the Cowley Sports Network and the EA Sports Halftime Report. And you see the Tigers there after being down 30-12. How about getting on to a 29-11 run where the Tigers to get it tied up here at halftime at 41 apiece. Today's game day sponsor is Big Brothers Big Sisters. It's one of the oldest and largest youth mentoring organizations in the U.S. Big Brothers Big Sisters mentors children of all ages in communities across the country, providing children facing adversity with strong and enduring, professionally supported one-to-one relationships that change their lives for the better. For more information on how to get involved, contact your local Big Brothers Big Sisters chapter now or visit them online at bbs.org. Scott, halftime stats. What do you think here? The Tigers, we talked about already, being down 30-12. That was an 18-point deficit. And I said that 29-11 run, and I'll tell you what, huge turnaround for the Tigers from the first 10 minutes to the second 10 minutes of that first half.
It was, I think, just a little bit of motivation got behind them. They realized that, hey, we got to get something done and get it done right now. They turned up the pressure defensively and caused a lot of turnovers and then scored 22 points off of those turnovers.
Yeah, you see the turnovers there at the bottom. 14 turnovers for Coffeyville, just 5 for your Lady Tigers. How about the shooting percentages? Lady Tigers, a dismal start, but they were able to turn it around. Obviously, you see 15 of 40 for the Tigers for 38% from the floor, 56% for Coffeyville. Coffeyville only had 1 attempt from beyond the arc. Obviously, they missed it. How about your Tigers? 7 of 19 from beyond the arc. That obviously was led by Margot Malabry. She's 4 of 6 from beyond the arc herself. Free throws, that was the other big difference. 90%, not 9%, 90% for Coffeyville, 13 of 14. And your Tigers, not bad either. They just didn't get near as many attempts, only 4 of 5 from the free throw line for your Tigers. Surprisingly, Tigers losing that rebounding battle, but, we started making shots, didn't have to rebound the ball. And obviously your Tigers, tremendous unselfish play. 12 assists on those 15 made field goals for the Lady Tigers.
Randy, your assessment of the first half.
I'd say Todd showed a lot of confidence, kept working on until he got the right combination he wanted, and he showed a lot of patience with them, and they came through, and they said, not on our floor.
Yes, he did. 21 points from beyond the arc for the Tigers, 0 for Coffeyville has been the difference in the game, plus that the difference of the free throw line there. We're going to take a break. We'll be back here on the Cowley Sports Network in just a few moments.
It's hard to believe we shot worse the second 10 minutes than we did the first.
Yeah, I know.
Because we were stroking it there for a little bit. But you had some of them layups that we're getting second and third shots on. That's crazy.
We got highlights you want to show? Okay. When are we going to do that? Okay.
Stamina might bother us, too. Those kids played a lot of minutes that second 10 minutes. But they didn't sub hardly other than about 2 players, so I thought that last minute we didn't get a couple places on defense that we had been.
Yeah. A couple of calls go our way. Down on that end, it's a different story.
Did Julie never come out of the game? The Shores playing 20 minutes and 1 second.
Wow.
I don't know how that can be, but I don't know.
Must have started the clock early. And welcome back to the Cowley Sports Network. We're going to take a look at a highlight here from Miss Julie Raven notching this 3. Watch this. Pass underneath, all the way in. The next pass got the defender switched up. Julie Raven knocking it down for the Tigers, and she's got 10 on the night so far.
Well, what a tough guard is that there on that far side when you got Margot, who's been hot with those 16 points, had the ball in her hand. Then you got Julie Raven, she's just as hot as well, hasn't scored as many tonight. But when you got those two, which one are you going to guard? Great sell of the ball there by Margot to draw the defender and then kick it to her, no-look pass.
Great job by the Tigers there offensively. Jayhawk Eastern standings right now, Johnson County on top 3-0. Highland right underneath them 2-0. Coffeyville at 2-0, and then a slew of them. KCK at 2-1, I should say. And then Cowley, Indiana, Allen all at 1-1, and Neosho, Fort Scott, and Labette bringing up the caboose there.
And obviously we're early on here still, but you can kind of see how it's going with Johnson and Highland. I think they face off this next week, if I remember right. Maybe it's today, but they're going to be facing off soon. And Johnson's #1 in Division II in the nation. I think Highland's right around like 6 or 7. They're in the top 10 as well themselves. 2 programs there in the vicinity. KCK is no slouch either. I'm going to have to go back and watch the game down at Coffeyville, see how they lost that game. But nonetheless, the other thing for the Lady Tigers to think about so far, with the exception of Coffeyville, when it comes time to seeding, well, that's a long ways away. When it comes time for seeding for the tournament play, those 3 D2 schools that are ahead of us there, that's going to be thrown out. So, the Lady Tigers can still be looking to play for a #1 seed in the Eastern Conference in the tournament.
Upcoming schedule for the Tigers, they'll take on that #1 team, Johnson County. Coming up on the 21st, the tip at 5:30. That is up at Johnson County on a Wednesday night. And then Highland comes to W.S. Scott Auditorium, followed by Labette.